Good morning, everybody. My name is Sarah. I'm the Real Simple Mama. It's kind of a cool, quiet morning, and so I have just a quick, kind of cool video that I wanted to show you about some of the other benefits of bringing plants in with your chickens. So good morning. It's kind of quiet. The girls are going to start bugging me for their treats, but I'm out here and I wanted to show you some of the side benefits of adding plants in with your chickens. And this is a big passion of mine. I know we've actually been talking about it in the comments of a few recent videos here on my Real Simple Mama YouTube channel. I do also have content like the lists of what plants I have and things like that on realsimplemama.com if you prefer to just print out a list. But there are the obvious benefits, and then I'm going to show you a couple of like cool little things out here. So the obvious benefits are you're giving shade to your chickens. I'm in zone 8B, so I'm in South Central Texas. We get freaking hot here. We've been around 105 for a few weeks. But if you get back over by my grapevines, and I will go inside in a minute, if you get back over my grapevines or over here under the redbud tree, that heart-shaped tree that's just, it looks like, I don't know, a planty cousin it right here in the middle of your shot. The plants are creating a temperature difference. And so just not even when I've watered them, but just by the nature of them being there, they are creating shade. And of course, as they're cleaning the air and releasing clean oxygen, they keep the temperature significantly lower. So the area that I'm showing you, let's go in. Let's see if I'm talented enough to do this with one hand without like maiming myself. So the corner that I'm showing you right now, I don't know if you can see a vicious wild chicken coming. Oh, here comes Lenore. Hey, girlie. I have grapevines that are back over there, and sometimes it takes a little while to get, you know, the shade that you want. You're going to have to be patient and wait for the plants to actually grow until they can actually provide the shade. But you can see Grace, my little barred rock. Hi, Gracie. She's sitting down over there. So that's where the girls like to hang out in the morning because it's shady. Also, another benefit, and I'll show you a cool example here at the end. Hi, sweetie. Hello, my darling. Hey, Lace. Oh, my little girls. Okay, sorry. Another benefit is now that you've got plants in here, instead of, you know, this is what the chicken run would look like if it wasn't for me planting plants. There was nothing else on this property except for dirt and rocks and some weeds. Of course, my chickens ate the weeds, the dandelions and the grasses and stuff within a few days. But another benefit is that you're bringing a lot of life here, other than just the plants. Now you've got habitats for all different kinds of spiders and lizards and little snakes and squirrels and birds and all of the pollinators, from the hummingbirds to the pollinating wasps and bees and butterflies. If you watch the video of how I put plants in the ground, like a 20-second crash course, is I till the dirt. When I'm in here with the chickens, I till the dirt, I plant the plant, I put big stones around the dirt the fresh dirt that I just tilled, and then I put like a wire cage around the plant to let it get established for a while. Obviously, as you can see now, like the chickens are never going to be able to kill this firebush like it's a monster. But around those stones and under where you dug up the ground, you're going to have earwigs and you'll have roaches and you'll have all kinds of stuff. I'm not saying that you're going to have a bug problem. That's not what I mean. I just mean you're bringing life to this place where, at least in my case, there was no life before. There, you know, there were some random weeds and like pounds and pounds and pounds of rocks, and that was it. So another benefit, and I've talked about this in other videos, but this is just, I know there's some of you who are thinking about putting plants in with your chickens. Another benefit is you can put plants in here that not only just provide shade, or like they encourage bugs like that bee I was trying to get on video, but there are also health benefits to your chickens eating some things. Now, this is what I think about chickens. I think, and some of this is based on fact, and some of this is just based on my conjecture, but chickens have almost no sense of taste and smell. So they can't taste capsaicin, for example. Capsaicin sounds big and fancy. That is the chemical of spiciness. So if you've ever watched like spicy peppers and stuff, they do, like, they rank the peppers on how spicy they are. That's how much capsaicin is in, you know, I don't know how they do it, in a milligram or whatever. So chickens, and you can see Lacey's dealing with a bumblefoot again. We're going to do that treatment again. Chickens will know what to eat based on, you know, a bug or a movement. But in my opinion, they can tell if a plant is safe to eat or not by its leaf shape. They can look at it and they can tell. Now, if they're not sure, because they don't have hands and fingers like we do, they experiment, they test something out by ripping it off and checking it out with their beak. So for example, my chickens will not eat tomatoes. I know this is a sad little example. Chickens love tomatoes. they will not eat the tomato plant because it is a member of the nightshade family and thus it is poisonous. So this random tomato plant has grown wild because somebody pooped out tomato seeds right here. The chickens will not eat this because they know. But on the flip side, there are other plants. So you can see this basil monster right here. This is basil. Basil has all different kinds of benefits. You can see my videos on herbs that I give my chickens. They pick it off a little bit. They're not going to eat it down to nothing in one day, as you can see, but they pick at it. Over here, the big guy in here, this plant is a hibiscus. Hibiscus is really high in calcium, so that's good for chickens, for eggshells and things like that. Humans can actually also make hibiscus tea and do things with hibiscus. So I have different plants in here that also offer like a nutritional benefit if they eat it. These pots here that now we're just holding the feathers I'm collecting, those two little green pots had marigolds in them. Marigolds are another great, really cheap, really easy plant. You can usually buy them for like less than $2 at either a hardware store or a nursery, or you can just grow them from seeds. They're really easy, but they really help the quality and the color of your chicken's egg yolks. They make them like a really bright, creamy orange. They're just awesome. So there were all different kinds of benefits of having plants out here. It will also help if you're in an area where you're worried about erosion. You know, you have a lot of of your dirt moves in the rain, or you're in a flood zone or whatever. The plant roots help with all of that. Right, girlies? Chick, 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 chick. So there were all different kinds of benefits. Also, I mean, it's just nice. I don't plan on living in this house for longer than like 3 more years. This is not our dream home or our forever home. So we've already planned out this goofy little zone in my yard. You can see it's been built up because of just the shape and the size and the angle of the property. What we're going to do when we move, or when we're getting ready to sell this house, the chickens will go to, you know, somewhere else. This coop zone will all be deconstructed. It'll be sold or moved or whatever. And then this is going to be, we're going to just put patio furniture here, and it'd be a nice little sitting zone. And you'll have all of these different pollinator plants all around. These guys, I don't really have to water them hardly at all anymore. They're all established. They're all good to go. They come back every year. They're monsters. I have a magnolia tree right here. Like I said, the grapevines, there's those huge sages along the back. This is a Vitex lilac tree that's there in the back right there. She's like 12 feet tall now. Like I said, this is a redbud that, hold on as I move around. The girls go in there when it gets hot. I have my sprinkler, or what used to be my mister, my sprinkler right there, so it stays wet in there. And this is literally grown like a little tent, like a canopy. And they hang out in there, right, grannies? Chick, 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 chicks. So there are lots of benefits. Now, I'm going to show you something. If you are afraid of spiders, don't watch anymore in this clip, because I'm going to show you one of the examples of just cool wildlife that is here now because I planted plants. It is a big spider. It's not venomous. She's helping the fly control here in the chicken run, but she's pretty damn big. So if you're afraid of spiders, as soon as I clip over to another clip, don't watch. Okay, so we're going to go and see the spider that I found the other day. All right, so I'm out here almost every day just checking on the plants, checking on the girls, because it's so freaking hot out here. I'm getting ready to start a new job, and so I'm trying to get everything ready. You know, all of the plants have been repotted and fertilized and blah, blah, blah. And I came out here, and I'm going to show you a spider. And this was just an example of, God, I'm so glad I've put all these plants in here and all of the work that I did, you know, 3 years ago to put these plants in the ground, because it brings so much cool nature. We have all different kinds of geckos and anoles and lizards and all kinds of stuff. But this is one of the biggest spiders I've ever found. She is, I think, a yellow garden spider. And when I turn around the other way, you're going to see her. And she is literally almost the size of my hand. So there she is. Look for her. Let me see if I can. There she is. She's in the middle of the shot. That's what she looks like there against the wood. With chickens, with outdoor animals, and you've got food out here. I mean, you may have mice, you may have rats, there may be roaches and things like that. It's just part of having outdoor animals. I mean, even if you don't have a full-blown farm, you have outdoor animals, right, Lace? So I hope that that was interesting. I hope maybe that's inspired you to find some plants. The most important thing is, of course, don't put anything in that's toxic, because we think chickens probably wouldn't eat it, but you never know. Like, my dog was trying to eat a piece of tinfoil this morning. So, you know, like, there's the smart ones and then there's the ones who are not. So I look forward to chatting with you guys in the comments about plants. I'm always here to help. My email address is down there in the video description too. Thanks.